One of my ancestors, Luther Standing Bear, wrote a book after he was forced into Carlisle Indian School in 1889. He said, "The white man is afraid of the forest, and what he fears he wants to control, and what he cannot control he will destroy."
Colonized people suffer from the highest rates of imprisonment, murder, violent crime, rape, sexual violence, infant deaths, exposure to toxic environments, and have the lowest life expectancies.
And once that occupational colonial regime is in place, then they can carry out the systematic assimilation of indigenous people.
Pray or be shot was the method of conversion. That's how the first Christian Indians had Christianity brought to them.
Power and wealth have a sort of demonic triangle of forces, G-O-D triangle. You know. G being guns, and O being oil. You use the sale of drugs and the increase of addiction drug to get the money, to buy the guns, to keep the power, to get the oil, and money is kind of the thing that keeps that triangle moving around.
We were robbed of our name, robbed of our language. We lost our religion, our culture, our God. And many of us, by the way we act, we even lost our mind.
In order to protect the future generations and to protect the earth, you have to fight the state and the corporations, the ruling class that are carrying out the destruction of the earth, who are oppressing and exploiting people. In an anti-colonial resistance struggle, you want to unify your forces, and then you want to create alliances within the settler society. You increase your numbers, you increase your resources, you increase your ability.
We should all be allying together as nations to defend the land and not be duped by those at the top. The quest for resources will always be the underlying economic factors that will continue to create the resistance between the aggressor and those that are suffering at the hands of the colonial nations.
Inform and educate yourself not only about colonialism and colonial history and resistance movements, but also about your culture. Break away from a mental enslavement to this system.
You people are all trying to achieve the impossible. But you'll fail, and you'll all die.
If we die, the next generation will fight them too. And the one after them, for as long as they must. And eventually we shall succeed.